Today we're going to talk about how to make better decisions, or more precisely, if this decision is the best for you to take. This is for people who are about to make a big change in your life. For example, like moving to a new country, or just taking a bigger job opportunity, or just going to college, or something else. Now, without any further talking, let's get started. So, the doubt behind decision making comes from two things: not being sure what your end goal is, or just having multiple interests in multiple subjects that don't have really much in common, which results in fear of missing an opportunity or in anxiety for taking the wrong decision, for taking the wrong path, which is the thing that we're going to discuss right now. First, we're going to begin with not being clear with what your goal is. So first of all, you have to ask yourself, what do you want to actually achieve? And by this thing, I don't mean like being successful or just becoming great or having more money. I want you to be precise exactly what you want to do. Because being successful is a very broad thing. You can become great by becoming a professional electrician, by becoming an actor, by becoming a businessman. You can become great by just having casinos, for example. There are multiple ways in which you can become great. If you ask 100 successful people how they became successful, you're gonna get 100 different answers. So you have to be a little more clear, like, how are you going to get to that particular stage? Because not knowing where your end destination is like going on a trip without GPS, and you know you want to reach the sea, like you want to go on the beach, but you don't know at which beach exactly. So first of all, have a little more clear vision of what your end destination is, which at the beginning could be quite hard. Like you just don't know what exactly you want to become, which is completely fine. The idea, first of all, is to set a goal, to start taking some action, to start moving forward, and later on you may find out that this particular thing is not worth for you. So you might direct yourself in other direction, which is completely fine. But first of all, to get from point A to point B, you first have to start. You first have to start moving. Because if you don't start, you sit in your house and you'll never get to the beach. And you may thinking, well, why should I start do something if later on I will regret it? Because later on you won't regret it, because you don't know if you're going to like it or not. You have to start doing something in order to get there. Like you first have to go to school to get the homework. Like you can just skip the school and get the homework. Like in real life, you know, you can do it, but you get what I mean. So first, set realistic and clear goals, because this is the thing that can help you. Knowing what your goal is, you know a little more clearly what path are you going to take. Now, you may ask that, well, I have goals, but I don't know which exactly is the best for me. And here is the thing, I actually already said that. The best thing to see what is the best for you is just by starting doing it. Some of your decisions may take a lot of first action, like big action, like requiring a lot of money or a lot of time. So before doing that, it is a little bit better for you to save a little time and actually go here and there and ask the people in this particular field that you're interested in, what are they doing, like on day-to-day basis, how long it took them to get to that point, because this thing will actually going to help you. And if you think that you're going to be annoying to them, well, actually you won't be, because people are quite selfish, like we all are by nature. And when you ask things about them, they're just like talking with you, because first of all, you share common ground, like you share the same interest. And the second thing is that they're talking about themselves. They are helping someone, they're sharing experience, and they're talking about themselves. So you're just hitting two birds with one stone. Now, some people won't be very nice, and some people won't really tell you everything, but that doesn't mean all of them will do it. So first of all, start with small actions, see if this thing is quite the thing for you, and then just start taking some actions. And after this refiltering that you did, if you still have a couple of things in your hands, well, just pick something, and as I said, just start. Now, you made clear what your sort of end goal is. Now, how to deal with this anxiety or distress that stands behind this decision. You have to understand two things. A, you're being emotional about it, and B, understanding that it is completely fine not to know if this is going to work or not. There is people everywhere that make big decisions and they don't work out, spending thousands of dollars in things not working out. This is completely fine because you don't know if something is going to work until you try. You don't know how time is going to pass in your personal situation. You may have a very good outcome. You may have a very bad outcome. In both situations, you get lessons. You're not losing in either way. It is completely fine to feel that stress, but keep moving. At the end of the day, the more things you do, the more tasks you do that are going to get you closer to your goals, the more relief you're going to feel later on. Only the action is taking you closer to your goals. If you start making things or not, for whatever it is, in both situations, you're going to feel stressed. In both of them, you're going to feel anxious. In the first situation, you'll sit at home and do nothing. But in the second thing, you feel stressed, but you're going to work anyway. And this is actually getting you to whatever you want to do. Even the most successful people on this planet are still feeling anxious for a lot of things in their lives. But they just keep moving. They just do the things that they know they have to do. If I can summarize everything I said, making better decisions always comes from knowing what your end destination is, knowing you're here and you want to get there. You want to get there in this particular field, in that particular way, and then you can just start taking action, filtering which decision is the best for you. You have to think some things a little bit before making any major decision. And then whenever you feel anxious, you just have to realize that you're just being emotional and it is better for you to keep moving. Either you continue work or stop working, you're going to feel anxious. So it's better for you just to keep moving. Later on, you will become way better and you're going to feel less anxious and actually be a little bit prouder of yourself. And yeah, that's actually the video. That's actually what I want to share with you. So I hope this video was worth watching and we'll see you in the next video.